Here's my demo for Project 3, Developer's Best Friend. The main purpose of this app is to allow the user to generate paragraphs of lorem ipsum text, random user data, and also generate random XKCD passwords, which was detailed in Project 2. So when the user first gets to this page, they are presented with some information about the purpose of the app, as well as links/buttons to get to the different parts of the app. So the first part is lorem ipsum generator. The user must specify the number of paragraphs they want, as well as the length of paragraph. And they also have some optional includes such as headers, types of lists, links, bold and italic text, etc. So I'm going to choose some random options and click Generate Lorem Ipsum Text. And Lorem Ipsum text will be generated based on what the user specifies. So as you can see, the form is sticky. So whenever I change anything, the form still has those fields. And then when I get to the page via get, the form resets. I also made the values validate. So when I put in, say, a letter or a random character and try to generate lorem ipsum, then I get an error message here that says paragraph field must only contain a number. And the same thing happens when I put in a random symbol. I get the same error message, and it goes away once I put in a number. And the forms for all three pieces of the app are sticky, and they all validate. So once again, for the user generator, they must specify the number of users, and they also have some optional includes, as you can see here. And when I click Generate Random Users, it generates. So as you can see, there's a name, an address, a phone number, an email, a birthday, and a profile blurb. Next, we have the XKCD password generator, which can be seen in my project 2, but just to see it working in here as well. You can see that it also works. So as for something that a technical aspect that I'm proud of is my getLorem method, which basically generates the lorem ipsum text. So I was nervous about this method because I didn't want it just to be saying if headers is checked, add headers. If unordered lists are checked, add unordered lists, because I felt like that wasn't very eloquent. So I made the decision to make the names of each input field in the form the name of the method from the package that corresponds with that special include. So doing that, I was able to use a loop and only minimal conditionals based on whether or not it was a checkbox or a select. So I was proud to do that in a more eloquent way than 1,000 different if-else statements. As far as challenges, getting this to actually produce text was a challenge due to the situation with eval and the fact that eval needed to start with return. Another challenge that I faced was where to put my words array for my password generator, and luckily with some help I was able to figure out that you can put it in storage, and then I was able to find this method file, which basically creates an array from a file that's separated via new line characters. And I was able to figure out using these flags that say skip empty lines and also ignore new lines, meaning don't add new lines to each of the array items. Finally, as far as features that I would want to add, I would love to add lorem ipsum with some sort of theme, like, the cupcake theme. I thought that was cute. Or also having user data that say each user came from a different movie or TV show or book, so that their address and email actually corresponded to their name. And that's about it. Thanks.